You guys, it's the kid, 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 it's the kid. We're here, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, man. So, guys, welcome here to another beautiful Q&A where I answer your questions. Of course, you send in your questions via the freaking website. That's the halfoffootball.com. You send in the freaking question, bottom right, freaking message icon. And then I pick out the best of your questions. Then afterwards, I will then take questions from the live chats over the next hour or two. So it's a nice, good 1 to maybe even 3 hour marathon where we try and break things down, man. So, guys, remember, as I also say again, guys, the Euros begins next Friday. We are preparing ourselves for the Euros. It's the big one. It's a massive one. So please, 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 the link is below in the description box, I believe. Hopefully it's better be. Yes, in the description box below, join that fantasy league. I'll keep reminding you guys, remember the June 11th is the deadline date to join the Half Hope Double H Euro 2020 Fantasy League. That is where everything's popped up. Everything is going to pop off on that Fantasy League, and I need you guys to get in there. So get in there right now before June 11th, and let's have some fun where you can predict the scores, and the prizes will be won. There'll be prizes given to the team that's finished, well, or the person that finishes at the top. So this weekend, it's all pops off, and we will be doing the Euros preview on both of our hangouts, Saturday 10 p.m. BST, Sunday 10 p.m. BST, and also as well, I'm trying to find out the right date. We'll also be doing a Copa America preview, but at the moment, from what we are hearing, there must even be a freaking Copa America, because some freaking genius decided, oh, I know what would be amazing. How about instead of taking the Copa America from Argentina and Colombia where there's high COVID, let's put it in a country where there's even higher COVID. That'd be really smart. Seriously, man, there are some true geniuses that exist in the world, some true amazing geniuses, man. So, guys, again, thank you for sending in your questions, and I picked out the best of the bunch. If I didn't answer your question, it's nothing personal. I'll probably be able to answer your questions in the live chat afterwards. So, guys, without further ado, let's say what's up, man. Let's say what's up. So, first question is from ... And his question is, HH, what do you think is missing from Mount's game to be like Sancho and Foden? What does he need to do to get to the level of those players? Lovely question. When I saw this question, I was like, no, this is a nice question. So, I have always been on the forefront in saying that. I mean, Sancho has been one of my favorite players to watch for several years. And Foden is another guy that I've been keeping my eye on. And Mount is a very talented player. Even during Chelsea's their Lampard's first season with Chelsea, ever since that time, I was always like, oh no. This Mount kid has something. This Mount kid is a very talented dude. Like he's got very good technique with regards to shooting and passing as well. And I've always cut short with calling him world-class or a top talent, And I think, first of all, let's just talk about what he does well and his strengths. I think what's the great thing about Mount, the great thing about Mount is that he always is very positive. He's not a guy that would like to go to his sideways passes. He's always positive. He always wants to move things forward, and specifically, he always wants to move the ball forward. So he's always looking at what is the most progressive thing to do in order to make things happen. So he's always very good at finding those spaces between the defenders and so forth. So that's what I like about the dude. And I think he's very good at shooting. He's very good at shooting, and also he's got pretty good passes. So he's very good at creating pretty good passing and shooting as well. So you say to yourself, okay, so what is he missing that Foden and Sancho has? I think it goes to why I did that video with regards to what Chelsea need. I feel that against tougher defenses, you need an individual who knows how to beat a man, who knows how to dribble, and can do something extraordinary, something out of the ordinary, that can do something with the ball. I think when you give the ball to a Foden or a Sancho, I think there is far more ability that they have to be able to change the course of the game. You can't give Mount the ball, and Mount is the guy that can carry the ball and try and just walk something off his own back as an individual. He needs other people in there. But I think in a Foden and a Sancho, these are guys that can just produce something magical. So I think what Mount needs to work on, I just think he needs to work on his ball ability, his dribbling ability, his balance on the ball, his movement on the ball, and be able to try things out of the ordinary. Try. I think he needs to be much more inventive and much more creative on the ball. I think that just comes to a psychological thing. One key thing I think is decision making. It is definitely improved and it's definitely gotten better, but I think there are times when he can be a bit too hot-headed, where he's almost given like a green light to shoot, and he's very good at shooting, but you're not the striker. And you're not Messi, you're not Cristiano. See, Cristiano and Messi should always have a green light to shoot because they are Cristiano and Messi, so they should always shoot. But I think for Martinez, always have to shoot. So I think Foden and Sancho are just quality footballers because they are very good on the ball, and there is something there is something exciting about them. Hence why when you talk about the top young talents, you always have to look at Foden and Sancho. So for Mount, it's just about improving what he does on the ball. He's a very good passer, improved the decision making. He's very good at shooting as well. He's very good at finding spaces, tight spaces, especially moving forward. But there's the other thing of like, okay, what if the pass isn't on? What if there is not a guy to receive the pass? Does he have the ability to dribble 1, 2, 3 men? Does he have the ability to really do a sexy piece of skill? And a very elaborate piece of skill, because that's what Foden can do, and that's what makes Sancho amazing, because Sancho is the guy that can really bring in that skill, that sauce, and that seasoning that can just change things and just make things look a little bit much more sexier for your boy. So, but look, he's on his way there. He's definitely on his way there, and I think, remember, the thing is, he's young. He's very young, and I still think that he can still improve, and who knows, this could be a huge Euros for him. This could be a massive Euros for your boy. This was a funny one. So from Sergio, who says, and I think this goes back. I think this goes to a tweet that Sergio links me on. So Sergio says, question: Morata or Werner? Who would you take to finish a last-minute 1-on-1 in a World Cup final? My honest opinion on it, I have more confidence of Montaha. I have more confidence in Montaha not saying bro. Now that is deep. That is deep. Because we know that Montaha, as we well know in the Hangouts, is literally incapable of not saying bro. So that's see, when I saw that question, and the reason why I had to pick it out is because that is a genuinely tough question, because I have no idea. Because both of these guys are garbage. Because Sergio linked me to, I think because Portugal were playing Spain in a friendly. Morata has a 1v1. And literally, all he has to do is just side foot this thing into the thing. He blasts it from 2 pubic hairs out, and it hits the crossbar. So it's difficult because you have these 2 guys are garbage. So as I was thinking to myself that how can I rationalize who I would trust? Because see, you were very specific here, because you said a 1v1 in a World Cup final. Because what I was going to say is, if Morata is on loan and comes off the bench, then, because Morata always has the knuckles, that's what I'll do. It's tough. They're both bad. If I had to choose, I would go with Morata. Because I think Morata has scored more goals than Werner this season. I'm not sure. Maybe it's someone else to check, but I think he may have scored more goals than Morata this season. But the reason why I would go for your boy is the reason why I'd go for your boy Morata is, here's my rationale. If Spain are in a World Cup final, Morata must not start. He mustn't start. I think if, let's say, it's the 85th minute and you bring him off of the bench, I think potentially there is a possibility that he'd be able to say what's up. If able just to bring this freaking dude off the bench, I think that is the best way for him to be able to say what's up. Because I think there's something psychology wrong with Morata starting, but I think he's always done best when he's not the main striker. I have Werner is one of the worst players I've ever seen in my life. One of the worst. Like, I don't know how this guy was even relevant at Red Bull at Red Bull Leipzig. I have no idea. I have no idea how the guy was relevant there. So between these two total complete breaks, it's hard because they're both bad. They're both bad. But if I had to choose, man, it will probably have to be. I think Morata. He may still miss, but if I had to choose between the two, because I have zero hope in Werner scoring. I have a little bit of hope in Morata scoring. I think there's a little bit of hope, and also, let's keep it real. Morata is known for scoring clutch goals. Now, he may miss goals, galore, and so forth, but he has a great repertoire and a great track record of scoring clutch goals. Like, remember the goal that he scored against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu that made Juventus knock Real Madrid out, and he's always been doing that, either for Real or Juve, scoring important goals. Please tell me the last time Werner scored an important goal, either for Germany, for Leipzig, or for Chelsea in a high-octane game, whether it was a World Cup, a Euros, or a freaking CL. I don't think it's ever happened. It's never happened. So we can clown Morata all once, and yes, he's missed and everything. Werner is a new breed. I think Werner is a new breed of break that I think we've never been able to deal with. Like, he's on his way to being an alumni. He's going to be a valedictorian alumni breakeracious, man. So I think for me, that's how deep it is. So yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with your boy Morata, but it's close because he'll probably miss. But I'll definitely take him over the other dude, man. I forgot what this guy's name is. I'm sorry if I. Oh yes, I think I know who this is. Eric Olsen. My memory. Yes, this was from Eric Olsen. So Eric Olsen, thank you for the question. Eric Olsen says, actually, let me read a few here. If Ancelotti at Real Madrid wins another league title and a CL, could he be the GOAT of management? Because he'll be the first coach ever to win the league in 5 out of the big 5 leagues: La Liga, Serie, Bundesliga, Premier League, Ligue 1, and he will have 4 UCLs, becoming the first ever to have 4 UCLs. Thoughts? So let me just break this down. So, because this was interesting when I saw this. So obviously, because I didn't know he actually won the league with Bayern. So I suppose he won the league with Bayern, won the league with PSG, won the league with AC Milan, obviously, and obviously won the league with Chelsea. So that's a great start. Oh, wait a minute. Did he win? I don't think he's won La Liga. Yes, because that's your point here. So no, he hasn't won La Liga for Real Madrid, because I think in 2014 they won the seal, but they didn't win La Liga. What am I saying? 2014 was Atletico Madrid. So yeah, so if he wins the league with Real Madrid, yeah, first manager to win the league in all of those league titles. So let's look at the whole domestic thing. I don't put much stock in that, in him winning all of those titles. That's now equating to him being the GOAT of management, because we have to investigate it. If you're the manager of PSG, you should win it. If you're the manager of Bayern, you should win the Bundesliga. The ones I give him a dub for are is really the Premier League, because the Premier League is tough. So I think even if you're Chelsea and so forth, see, whenever we compare leagues, I've always said like La Liga is superior to the Premier League because La Liga have more European titles and they've performed best in European competitions. But what I'll say is the Premier League is the toughest league amongst all of the leagues based on the different amounts of winners you actually have in the Premier League. So the only dub I'll give him is the Premier League. Like La Liga is tough to an extent because you're battling with Barcelona and maybe an Atletico. By like Bundesliga, you're not competing with anyone. Uber Eats, you're not competing with anyone. Oh, sorry. Now, Serie, I gave him for Serie because remember, back in the day when he was winning with Milan, Serie was competitive because remember, he was battling with Juventus and battling with Inter Milan, and even Roma we're trying to say what's up. So I give him the Premier League crowns and the Serie A crowns. Because remember, he was winning Serie A titles with AC Milan pre Juve wanted to do 10 in a row. So the Serie A and the Premier League are the ones that I give him for. The other ones, So even if he wins La Liga, it's a great statistic, but it is what it is. It's just a statistic. It's similar to the invincible statistic. It's a great statistic, but Arsenal being invincible does not make them the greatest team of all time. It's just an amazing stat. So him winning the league in all of the major leagues doesn't make him the GOAT. It's just amazing stats. Now let's look at the CL. Thankfully, Pep didn't win that third CL. Two-time. So because so Pep, you're still on 2. Pep, you're still on 2. So of course, Ancelotti has the 3-piece, 03, 07, and 2014. Should have been 4. You see, he should already be on 4. He should already be on 4 because how they didn't win 05, I have no idea. But then you say to yourself that if they had won 05, would they still have had the same hunger to win it in 07? You know, these things, they correlate. But I think based on all of the league titles he's won, let's just say he just for presentation's sake, he wins La Liga. So wow, you've now conquered all the leagues in all of the major leagues. And then if he now wins a 4th CL, GOAT of management, you'd have to have the conversation. You'd have to have the conversation because when you look at the GOAT manager, like we have, because this is something that I think I want us to talk about on a hangout. So when talking about the GOAT manager, it's the same thing of when we say what is the best league. We have to understand what is the criteria that we're using. So are we using the criteria of how many trophies have you won? Or how many league titles and UCLs have you won? How many UCLs you've won? Or are we saying the best manager is what is the impact you've had? How have you been able to change the course of the sport? Because then you've got to talk about Wenger, what he did in the Premier League. You've got to talk about Pep Guardiola and that team. You've got to look at more how Mourinho really brought in the tacticalness and mind games into the whole piece. So it's all like, what's it called? Saki back in the day, Cruyff, like, because without Cruyff, there is no Pep. Without Rino Smith, Shells, there is no Cruyff. So when we talk about GOAT manager, is that what criteria we're using? So, but for this, if we're using based off of trophies, no one has four CLs. No one has 4 CLs. And right now, Ancelotti is the closest to getting the 4th because Pep is on 2, Mourinho's on 2. I don't know when Zidane is going to be back into management, and I'm not sure Zidane can win a UCL again, specifically with other Real Madrid teams. So I'm not, and for me, I'll keep it real with you. I'm not sure Ancelotti wins a CL with Real Madrid. He's got a great chance of winning the league, but unless he gets like a huge name, unless Real Madrid can go into the market and get like a massive name, I'm not too sure whether he'll be able to say what's up. I'm really not sure that he'll be able to say what's up with regards to getting like I just don't see Real Madrid winning another UCL. I don't know what it is. I just don't see them saying what's up to another UCL, man. So thank you for that question, Big Manny. So now this is a huge one. Pause. From La Bestia Negra, man. So let me read this one. Is Neuer the GOAT? He literally changed the goalkeeping game, moved it to 30 meters away from the goal line. Goalkeepers play with feet more and act like defenders, which allows Bayern Germany to play attacking football. No offense to Buffon. But what really is the difference between him and, let's say, Oblak or Donnarumma? They are all just pure shot stoppers that can't do anything with their feet or outside the box. Obviously, the awards and titles make Buffon great, but fundamentally, he ain't that much difference. I I don't know the word. IFFHS Goalkeeper of the Year award has been given away since 1987. It's captured whole careers of notable great goalkeepers with few omissions. Yashin, for example, and leading winners are Casillas, Buffon, Neuer with 5 awards. And Neuer did it with whilst playing 10 plus years shorter than the other two. Neuer finished top 3 Ballon d'Or with prime Messi and Cristiano, while Buffon finished second when his competition was Cannavaro. And in that year, 06, Buffon was part of the cheating Juve team and spent half a year in Serie B. God damn. Which pretty much renders his Ballon d'Or credentials null and void. Jesus, I thought that was harsh. Neuer is the only player other than Cristiano, Messi to finish top 3 Euro Player of the Year more than once. Pretty much has no flaw in his game. Masterful with his feet, great distribution with feet and hand, good sweeper, great shot stopper, great at penalties, only goalkeeper to win shootouts versus both Buffon and Casillas. Balled out in 3 UCL finals, even 2012 when he saved Masters penalty and scored his own. Has some of the most iconic signature performances: 08 Schalke Porto, 2011 Schalke Man United, 2014 Germany Algeria, the most iconic. Buffon sort of assumes the position of GOAT because he stuck around for ages and everyone sort of accepts it. But for I don't accept it. I don't know whether I don't accept it. But for me, Neuer is clear and he still has 5-ish years left, which gives him the Euros this summer, World Cup next year, and the number of UCL opportunities. You know, I'm a narrative merchant. I mean, before I break this down, what if, and this is very unlikely because, I mean, I just looked at that French team, England's attack, Portugal's squad. But what if Germany win the Euros? You know, and what if Neuer now is a 2-time UCL winner, 2-time treble winner, World Cup winner, and a Euro winner? That no keeper has ever done that. No keeper has ever done that. Like the closest in terms of a title holder is Casillas, because Casillas has 1 UCL. Does he have 2? Actually, how many UCL does he have? I think does he have 2? Because he has 2014, but did he? No. He must, because he was not there in 02. Or was he there in 02? He couldn't have been. So he has at least 1 UCL. He's got 2 Euros and a World Cup. That's deep. 2 Euros and a World Cup plus a UCL. But he's never had treble. He's never won a treble. So for Neuer to have 2 trebles, a World Cup thingy. I know. So yeah, what's it called? He has so Casillas has a World Cup, 2 Euros, and then the UCL. Like I think for a long time people said Buffon, and I think reason why people said Buffon was when Buffon was incredible. Like go look at that save that he made on Zidane in the 06 World Cup, and for me, some of the best saves I've seen might be from Buffon because Buffon has made some insane saves. So I'm like, wow. Like everybody has an insane saves. Casillas, Oblak, Neuer all have amazing saves. But some of the saves that Buffon has made have been nasty. Like this guy has made some crazy saves. But you make a strong point. I mean, I just think that because I told you, you can only be up for horseman status after you retire. You can't be a horseman until you retire. So we're still on that hashtag sixth horseman. So we're still trying to find out who the 6th horseman is. But Neuer's credentials are looking really strong because we know of his skill level, his titles. He's got a World Cup. You could argue he was player of the tournament at the World Cup, and he's had a serious impact on it. And the thing about Neuer is, because there was a point when You know, when basically when they played Liverpool, I think was it in 2018 or 2019 when they played Liverpool, and like Mane pretty much just completely embarrassed him and took the ball out and basically like, chipped him and dribbled the ball past him. And I was like, oh yeah, Neuer is finished. And this is what Neuer has over Buffon and Casillas. Peak Buffon Casillas, woo! Peak Buffon was amazing. Peak Casillas was superb. If not for freaking Peak Casillas, Robin would be a Walker winner. Without Casillas, I'll say it again. No, I don't care about Jav. I don't care about Iniesta. I don't care about any of these dudes. Okay, I don't care about these dudes. Without Casillas, Robin would be I would be talking about Robin, the CL, treble, and Walker winner right now. 100%. You know, without Casillas, Robin scores 2 goals in the World Cup final. Then what would you say? What would you say then? Robin, World Cup winner, said what's up in okay, look, I digress. Okay, so I digress. Because Messi, Cristiano. Oh, what if Robin had a World Cup final right now? Okay. Have they ever been World Cup? Have Messi never been the best player at the World Cup? Have they ever done what Robin did with 2014 with scraps? So yeah, Peak Casillas and Peak Buffon were freaking amazing. They were superb. But, and here's the massive but. Look at Buffon right now. Actually, no, let's follow Casillas. Casillas, it was sketchy. He had to go over to Porto, and it wasn't looking good for Porto. Unless, remember, one of the very last things he did at Real Madrid, that 2014 UCL final, that was his mistake. That Atletico goal that Godin scored was Casillas' mistake. And he began to get booed because we began to make a mistake after mistake. So the tail end of his career wasn't that great. Buffon turns 62 next week. Okay. He invites me. I said, no, I'm busy. But he invites he could only say, hey, buongiorno. He's a fafanculo. He said, do you want to come to my 62nd birthday party on Friday? I said, Buffon, how can I come there? Because I've got a pre-match analysis to do because Italy played talking Friday. But Buffon said, no, you can miss it. I said, Buffon, relax, chill. I'll send you a postcard. I'll send you a birthday card. Buffon right now, he's a joke. You see, Buffon is like that like dodgy uncle you have who got done for being a peeping Tom, peeping Tom or something like that. But you, like, one of your lawyers pretty much got him a deal, so he doesn't do jail time, but he has to wear like an ankle bracelet, and he keeps hanging around the barbecue, and you have to keep like your young friends away from him because of the stuff that he does. So every time he starts to touch people, you're like, whoa. You touch anybody, you're going back to prison. So he's like that uncle where he's like, no. Just take your sardines, take your burger roll and everything, and sit down. Don't touch anyone. Don't look at anyone, or else I'll call child services. And I like the child services is like one button away. So basically, he's like that uncle trying to touch people. Prison time. San Quentin, 25 to life. So, but for Neuer right now, for me, I think the best keeper in the world is Courtois. But Neuer is in there. So Neuer is at least top throw and everything. So Neuer is still being relevant. And I think that when you look at the length of time that Neuer has been on top of his game, it's been far greater than Casillas and Buffon, because Casillas and Buffon have fallen off. Neuer hasn't fallen off. And Neuer is still competing and still saying what's up. Although he was a little bit dodgy in that PSG game. I think he was at fault for the Mbappe goal. The way that Neuer is sort of winding down his career seems to be greater than Casillas and things. So yeah, for Neuer, there is a strong argument. I mean, Lev Yashin, okay, I wasn't around when Lev Yashin was saying what's up. So YouTube clips doesn't do it justice. I still say this dude, he's that dude. Final question. From AD744, HH, which dark horse nations do you think will do well at the Euro? I love this. And this is a great way to roll through, man, because as we now build up to the Euro, And bro, that's why I can't wait for Friday. Because I think Friday we may be seeing some of the dark horses. So we know about France. We know about Portugal. Technically, England are dark horses. I don't know. I don't know how England keeps somehow concocting their way into being favorites. I think Queen Lizzie is saying what's up to someone. Basically, Queen Lizzie is saying is calling up people and saying, "Hello, I think it would be better if we are the favorites." Wait, but Lizzie, you've not won a Euro yet. I mean, I don't care. I think that it will be fine if we are seen as one of the favorites. But Lizzie, you've not won a Euro. The last time you won a trophy was in 1966. It's a long time ago. You weren't even on the wait, was you on the throne? Okay, maybe you're on the throne. But the long time since you said, well, if you don't put us here as favorites, I will just have to feed you to my little lions that like to eat flesh. Okay, chill. That's all Lizzie says. So, Lizzie's extorting people. Lizzie is extorting UEFA. Lizzie saying what's up to UEFA. Okay, so Lizzie say, you know what? If you don't put England as one of the favorites, I'm gonna get that ass. I'm gonna get that ass. We'll look at, I think, Italy. It's the dangerous thing about it is that Italy are those guys that never, ever, ever put them, because Italy love being underdogs. See, when Italy were like favorites and they had the spotlight on them, they couldn't even get past the freaking groups, which is what happened to them in 2010 when Cagliarella scored that super goal against Slovakia. But Italy are those because I'm like, because also easy. Boy, Mark's trying to say what's a little easy guy. Such a guy. I've got my guys. Okay, look. Just chill. AJ, chill. How about just chill, relax, chill. Could you say what's up to Italy? Italy are guys that you have to look for. Turkey, man. I've got a very funny feeling about Turkey. I've just got a because I've just been keeping an eye on them on qualifications and so forth. And because I think these Euros can really be wide open, I've got my eye on Turkey. You know, Yilmaz having an amazing season. I think he put on 16 Gs for Lille. I've got my eye on Turkey. So Italy, Turkey, Ukraine. Ukraine are other guys that can say what's up. I mean, let's even look at these groups right now. There we go. Okay, stop screen, share. Let me go for group by group. There we go. So, what are we doing here? There we go. So, I mean, yeah, Italy, Turkey. I think those guys definitely threw more. Russia. See, Netherlands have a clown as a manager. Because I mean, I think Ukraine topped this group. I'm saying right now, Ukraine topped this group, and I'm not even sure. I think Netherlands come third. North Macedonia could say what's up. Okay, North Macedonia could say what's up. King of the North. Guys, can't we call it? No, I don't care what anyone says. I'm calling England dark horses. 100%. I'm calling England. I can't put England as favorites. I can't put it as favorites if you've only won one international trophy, and you reaching the semis means nothing because of the path that you had. I can't put you in as favorites when you've never. The last time you beat an elite team was in 1996, which was this is the last time you beat an elite team in a knockout round was in 1996 when you beat Netherlands. So I can't put them as favorites. So for me, Italy shouldn't be dark horses because no, I can't put Italy as dark horses because it's Italy. You know, they've won 4 World Cups. So for me, Turkey, Ukraine, England, and that's it. Those 3. So yeah, Ukraine, Turkey, and England. Those are my dark horses. I think, you look at, as I already talked about Turkey. I mean, I have a funny feeling that they could be the surprise team. Those guys could because the guys that just surprise everybody. There's a really funny feeling about those guys. England, they have a crowd. England might just have the worst manager at this tournament. Keep it real. The real reason why Southgate has his job is because you got lucky and you fluked your way to a semi based on the easy path you had. And English media are sentiment merchants, So if you're like really patriotic, you're really cool, you're very humble, you're soft spoken, and all that kind of stuff, they will love you even if you feel so. He's like a media darling right now, but there are guys that can see through it. Like, what was? And the funny thing is that here's what it is. I think a lot of the English media are still living in the whole kind of romanticized, like the whole romanticized view of Southgate based on him wearing waistcoats. But a lot of people in England accept that this is a super talented team coached by a Class B brick. Well, okay, Class C brick, but I just feel that attack and those options in attack, you've got to put them as one of the dark horses. And Ukraine are all the dude because I think Ukraine, I've always seen them doing pretty good in qualifications. And I think your boy Shevchenko has been saying what's up with them. So I think they could spring a surprise. I think they could spring a surprise. And what's it called? They're in which group are they in? Yeah, like can I tell you right now, Ukraine are going to top this group. If you push me, I'm saying Ukraine, North Macedonia. I think North Macedonia will say what's up. Netherlands are going to fight for third with Austria. That's what I think will happen. I think North Macedonia are going to say what's up in the second season. I told you, guys. I don't think you realize how trash the ball is. This dude is garbage. Like Coman, you have blood on your hands. Coman, you have freaking blood on your hands, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, something like I can't wait, man. I can't wait, man, because Turkey against Italy, man. Those could be two of the surprise teams to say what's up. Oh, from your boy Cosimo. Thank you for the dub, Cosimo. Cosimo says Italy are looking spicy. They're looking spicy. No, look, I can't wait for the opening game, man. I mean, I've seen their squad and so forth because I still need to do a breakdown. You guys, if there are any Italians out there, holla at your boy, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy, holla at your boy. Any Italians out there, DM me on Twitter or DM me on Instagram so we can break the thing down. I'm looking for Italians to break down the Italian team, man. So, guys, it's now time for me to take your questions, guys. So, guys, send in your questions via the live chats over the next hour or so. I will do my best to answer your beautiful, amazing questions. Guys, do you like my background here? You like my background? I've got you, boy Roger Miller. I've got Rivaldo, Javi, got Baresi. You see, you guys are so young. You guys are so young. I mean, how many of you guys were alive in 1994? Let's say, how many of you guys were alive in 94? Because if you were alive in 1994, you will understand how money this kit is. Because this is I think it's Georgia Campos, Mexican keeper. Do you know how amazing that goalkeeper's kit is? Campos, man. Yeah, man, smash the like button, guys. Yeah, guys, like, subscribe. Guys, remember, join the Euro 2020 Fantasy League, man. Remember, guys, join that Euro 2020 Fantasy League, man. We've got over 200 guys up in there right now. We've got over 200 guys up in that piece right now, man. Join that shit. Join it right now, guys. So here's the link, man. Here's the link to the Fantasy League. The link is in there, man. The link to the Fantasy League is in there. The Euro 2020 Fantasy League. It's in there, man. How far can Croatia go? So, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Mandzukic has retired from the Croatian team. And I just feel that a lot of their key players, like the peak of this generation was 2018, where they did what I think is an absolutely outstanding achievement of reaching the final. I don't think that they're as good as they once were. But for me, what will tell me what these guys can do is that game against England. But you know why it's so funny, that game against England? It reminds me of when Holland played Spain in 2014. Because remember, last time Holland played Spain, of course, they lost in the World Cup final. In 2014, they got the revenge. So somebody says that this could be like England's revenge for obviously losing to Croatia in that World Cup semi. So it's. I believe they'll make it through the group. I believe they will make it through the group, and I think that because what because we'll Czech Republic, Scotland, I think they'll make it through the group. Second round, second round. I don't think they make it past the second round. Quarters. I mean, for me, quarters max. But really, I say last 16 max. Now, to be honest, I think last 16 max. I don't think they make it past the last 16 man. HH, what is your best and worst moments as a Chelsea fan since you supported them? Oof. The worst for sure is 09. The 09 semi, that is hands down the worst because to experience in live 4K 1080p HD, to witness a robbery and a theft live does something to you like, wow, like I'm actually wishing a robbery live because you're like, this was taken away. It was taken away. So it's one thing to be beaten. If you're beaten, you take your licks and you move on. But another thing where it is taken away from you by non-footballing methods, which is what happened. Best moments. What do you think? Yeah, look, shout out to the league wins. Shout out to, I remember when Chelsea won the Copa Cup, I think when they beat Stuttgart. The Copa Cup, I think that was that in 97 or 98? That was cool, obviously. I was happy that Zola was able to win something for them. It's got to be this. It has to be this UCL. I mean, to be honest, it's tough because they say moments. It's between this and Drogba scoring the penalty. Because if just to pick like a moment, so if it's to pick an isolated moment, like it would be Drogba scoring the penalty, and because that just was like, no, this is perfect. One of my favorite players with the last kick that actually gave them the UCL, which just encapsulated like his legendary status. So, but yeah, worst moment was after Iniesta scored in that semi, and Chelsea had it was a clear penalty, and the referee waved it away, and I was like, oh, so they're just so this is just theft. So after all of the bad calls and so forth, this was just the final theft. We're like, no, it's a clear stonewall penalty, and the referee said, no, you're not going through here. There is nothing you can do that will allow you to go through here. So yeah, that has to be the one, man. All right, let's see. So this is the first England tournament when I'm relaxed and chilled. Yeah, the weird thing is, because I've been through many England tournaments, obviously living in England, and I think every time there's an England tournament, there is you can feel the nation behind it, which is funny because England is similar to Nigeria in that regard with how football mad the country is. Because if you talk about the cricket, rugby, whenever there's a football international tournament, the entire country just shuts down. Like me and my brothers, we used to just crack a joke and say, "That's man. Imagine if England made a World Cup final. Like, basically, if they made a World Cup final, that would be a national holiday. And literally, there will be nobody on the streets. Because I wanted to do an experiment. Obviously, it's hard to do the experiment, but I wish I could have done an experiment for when England made the semi-finals of the World Cup to just walk the streets. So if, let's say, I could just clone my body and my clone could walk the streets during that England-Croatia game to see how many people are even walking in the streets right now. Because if you do the time in the streets would just be completely basically the people that you see on the streets are mostly women and just guys who literally have no interest whatsoever. But even that's the beauty about a World Cup or an international tournament, even people who don't care about football at all, they hate football. It's just a thing that just unites everyone. Is like, no, you don't have to like the sport. It's about we were all in this together. So we're all part of this whole thing. We're all in this together, which is why I always have a soft spot for international tournaments as opposed to anything to do with the club, because clubs are cool, but club is it's business. It's your job, it's your line of work. But international tournaments are no, this is country, this is culture, this is tradition, this is actual real history, So yeah, man. All right, what's what I say? So let's see, guys say. My good friend Abdul from the hangar. Abdul, I hope you'll be here tomorrow, man. Hope you'll be here tomorrow Sunday for the hangar, man, for the zero things. Kante was exposed in a 4-3-3. He's being wait, where's that? Where's that? This guy just saying he's being overprotected. How to do that? He's being overprotected in Tuchel's system. 5 defenders, and he's in a double pivot. Casemiro or Kimmich in that Chelsea side, and Chelsea would still win the UCL. You're smoking crack cocaine. You're smoking crack cocaine. Like, I'm sorry, I've got to bring things in. Brother Abdul, do you realize that how can he be protected when he is in front of the defense? He is the condom. Okay, so that's the whole thing. He is the actual. I mean, I'm sorry to be so explicit. He's Durex. He's Trojan. That's what he is. He's the actual protection. Like, he is the person protecting the back three. Now, your thing would make sense if Kante was one of the defenders. If Kante was one of the defenders, then it would make sense. But, bro, who is the guy intercepting? Who is the guy tackling? And you have to keep in mind, he's playing next to Jorginho. Jorginho is known to be defensive liability. He's known to be trash. So already he's having to do a lot more work in that double pivot because the dude he's next to doesn't know how to freaking tackle. And also as well, you have to keep in mind, he is in front of the defense. How can he be protected if he is the first line of defense? He can only be protected if there is something ahead of him. So I don't understand what you're saying. Like, Kante is the guy that is tackling, intercepting. That he is the guy. He is the protection. So what you should say is, oh, Rudiger, how good is Rudiger really? He gets overprotected by Kante. How good is Azpilicueta really? He's getting overprotected by Kante because before they can even get Rudiger or Azpilicueta, they have to first get past Kante, who is either stopping you or he's coming from behind. Because whilst De Bruyne was bearing down on that the defense, who was the guy that made the tackle from behind him? It was Kante. So yeah, I mean, I think you need to rework your question, man. I think you need to rework it, man. Uncle One, man, thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Uncle One says that my surprise team for the Euros is Sweden. Watch out for Isaac. That dude is a baller. Yes. Okay. I did not know that he was actually going to be in the Swedish team, man. And I'll be real with you. I'm happy they didn't pick Ibrahimovic. I'm happy they didn't pick him. And look at how good they were as a team and as a unit at the World Cup. For me, I think that they are greater as a team and as a unit rather than having to rely on, what's Ibrahimovic going to do? So I'm happy. And also, the beauty about this is that because Ibrahimovic comes in, he comes in with his ego, he comes in with his presence, and everything has to be done through him. I think you knew Ibrahimovic out of it. I think you now have a strong team. And this Isaac guy is good. I've seen play for Real Sociedad that, and the guy is quality. So you already have a great team ethos, great team ethic. And he puts Isaac in there as well. A bit of quality, somebody with a bit of intelligence and a bit of sauce in the attack. I, I still don't think it's enough to be put them as dark horse. I can't put them in the same dark horse category as Turkey, Italy, and England. I can't. But maybe there could be an outside bet, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well those guys are going to be able to do, man. So guys, remember, man, support your boy, man. Cash App, man. Cash App. YouTube take 30%. It is what it is. YouTube, they take 30%. So to support the football hots, man, support and keep the football hots rolling through, donate to that Cash App, my Cash App. # I'm half up, man. Donate to your boy. We thank you, man. I'm here giving that content crack. Guys, remember, we're going to go full on. We're going full on. We need to give that content crackini. That content crackini, man. You dig. What else are you guys saying? Should Zidane go to PSG? He would have great talent to work with, and PSG needs someone to keep them disciplined and is great at man management. Zidane would be good at PSG. He would be good at PSG. But here's the thing, though. I don't see it happening. PSG gets lapdogs as managers. They don't get alphas. Because I think for PSG, it is more important that Neymar has freedom to roam and to be, and lots of guys as well, Rafael, man. Same, man. Rafael, I'm a holler at your boy. Rafael, holler at your boy, man. I told Rafael, man, that's my baby, man. Rafael, my baby. Rafael, if you're out there, man, my name is HH, man. I'm a huge fan. Rafael, I'm a huge fan. Okay, Rafael, I'm a huge fan, man. Watch out, man. Rafael, I'm a huge fan. So the issue is when you go to PSG, you have to acquiesce to Rafaela's brother. You have to, and Rafaela's brother is the head honcho. He's the alpha, But if Zidane can come in, he's fully in charge, and Rafaela's brother has to pretty much bow down to him, then it can work. But I'm telling you this right now, and this is a cold hard fact. PSG will always bring in a manager that has to succumb to the whims of Rafaela's brother. Is what it is. So hence why Zidane is not even touching PSG, because Zidane's like, well, unless I have carte blanche here, I ain't touching it. And a manager at PSG just simply does not have carte blanche. All right, what else do we say? What else? All right, let's see. Send in those cues, man. Send in those cues. True, man. It is what it is, man. It's the biggest platform on the world. So they say, look, if we're giving you the biggest platform, we're going to take 30%. We're going to take that 30%. So I'm like, all right, bet. Oh yeah, because I didn't even do a video on Aguero. Actually, what about this new Barcelona project, Aguero with Ronaldo? Now, I just saw something on Bleacher Reports that said that PSG want to hijack the Ronaldo bid. So that's interesting. I'm like, why do PSG want to get Ronaldo? You already have enough midfielders and so forth. Like, is Ronaldo what you need? But I saw that. Where are the defenders? Where are the defenders? You see, like Sergio Aguero, I was like, okay, cool. Because I was when I was scrolling Instagram, they showed like a Sergio Aguero compilation. And when they show those compilations, this guy This guy get Lego. He get leg. Or guy get leg. But my thing is, there is a quality there. Because when I just look at the way that this guy was scoring goals and how he was engineering, like, this guy is quality there. But can he be relied upon to come crush? Like, how old is Aguero? 33. 33. So he's going to be 30. Yeah, so he's going to be 34 next year. So my thing is, the product is cool, but you need the defenders. You need the defenders like Barcelona. I mean, okay, I get it, Barcelona, but now La Porta, surely you have to be an improvement on Bartomeu. And what have we seen with Van Dijk? What have we seen with Ruben Diaz? What have we seen with Chelsea being a back three? Guys, I'm telling you right now, we might be moving back to a more defensive, pragmatic world. It could be true. Maybe the most pragmatic team wins these Euros. So for Barcelona, I'm not saying that we now have to now go full on Mourinho and full on the defensive, but I think it would be advisable. It would be advisable for them to get a really top tier quality defender. Start there. Start there. Start there and try and get a good quality defender. So, but you needed to replace the cannibal, not with goat weight. I don't know where freaking goat weight come from. You don't know where freaking I'm going, but Aguero is going to be good, and he's going to score goals. Does he score 30 plus goals? I don't know whether a 33-year-old Aguero can score 30 plus goals. Can a 33-year-old Aguero come clutch for Barcelona in a CL quarter, CL semi? I don't know. I can't fully vouch for that, man. So, the Barca project for me is Sergio. It's still for me. It's still something that is still very much up in the air, man. It's still very much something that's up in the air. Argentina is an average team. If not for Messi, this team, I suppose you mean they can't qualify for the World Cup. Average is harsh. Now, Di Maria still plays for them, yes. Lautaro Martinez still plays for them, yes. Dybala, okay, I think he wasn't actually picked for the squad, but he's still a possibility to be picked. So there are very high tier quality players that are still in this team. So average for me is too real. Now, are they the most amazing team in the world? No, I wouldn't say that, but they are good. They are good. Now, without Messi, I still think they qualify for the World Cup because they've got Lautaro Martinez, they've got Dybala, and they still got quality guys. Now, they may struggle. It may not be cinched, but it's still a decent team. So I think that Wesley, as I said again, look, Messi has to win the Copa America. And guys, in case you don't know, let me just clue you into something here. So in case some of you guys are perhaps confused, if the Copa America goes ahead and Brazil pull out, Brazil decide not to take part in the Copa America, and instead Argentina will remain in the Copa America and Argentina win the Copa America without Brazil, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. The only way that I will accept Messi's Copa America is if he wins it with Brazil in it. If he wins it without Brazil, it doesn't count. Sorry. You're not gonna get me there. You are not gonna get me there. Hell no, no way. All right, man. Let's check out some of these dubs, man. So from your boy, Mr. Mans, thank you for the dub, Mr. Mans, thank you for the dub. HH right now, Kepa So Mr. Man's job says HH right now, Kepa, De Gea, Pickford, or Leno. Lord in heaven. Um, so I think you're saying who I would pick out of these. I think we might have. Wait, basically, Kepa is out, so forget. So De Gea, Pickford, Leno. I think it's Downs. I'm going to say Leno because all of them make mistakes. Kepa is a borderline scholar. He's a borderline scholar, and I think he's half Siberian. De Gea doesn't know how to save a penalty, and I think he's pretty much been irrelevant for the last few years. I think De Gea has not recovered ever since that fumble he made in 2018 against Portugal. Pickford can still make an amazing save, but he's too erratic. He's far too erratic. Leno, I think Leno is the lesser of all the evils. He's the lesser of all those evils, and I think that Leno, I think, is a good shot stopper. He can save a penalty. He can make some good, decent saves, and I think that I would trust him. See, De Gea doesn't make those many mistakes, but just that's taking everything into account. His shot stopping, penalty saving, makes less mistakes. I'm going to say Leno over De Gea and Pickford. I don't even know why you even puts freaking Kepa in there, man. It's relevant. Yes, Zaid man. Yes, Zaid man. Thank you for the dub. Yes, Zaid says, HH, can we give a minute to clown Tottenham? They sacked Mourinho, and now even the manager, and now every manager and their dog are rejecting them. Ha, ha, ha. Tottenham Hotspur. I have, and this is not against sports fans, I have zero sympathy for anybody who disrespects Uncle Mo. If you disrespect Uncle Mo, you've made an enemy. And you might just make an enemy for life. So I take it very personally when you disrespect Uncle Mo. And what they did to Uncle Mo is they disrespected him. The fact that you sacked him before you allowed him a chance to play final is disgusting and filthy. Hence why Daniel Levy is going to remain in the Brick Academy until he apologizes. Until he apologizes to Mourinho, Daniel Levy is never, ever leaving the Brick Academy. And for Tottenham, I'm confused. So it's like you're trying to bring Pochettino back, but you told him to F off. You're now offering Antonio Conte every single thing under the sun. But I'm not sure even that's going to fall through. What has happened to Tottenham is so bad because they made a huge gamble and it's failed. So you spent crazy amounts on building the stadium. And I said to myself, wait a minute. Because I've seen the stadium up close. You've built this massive ass stadium that looks like the Star Trek Enterprise. But they've not won any trophies. And you've not even built a team that can win any trophies. But say for Levy, why did you invest in a stadium of that magnitude when the team that occupies that stadium isn't built to actually win the biggest trophies? Like, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. And when you watch the All or Nothing documentary, then you see, aha, he's a businessman. All he cares about is about business. So for me, I don't even know who Tottenham are going to end up with. And the only reason Conte is going to join Tottenham is not because of Dot. He's going to join them because he's going to be offered ridiculous amounts of money. Conte is only going there for money and cash. Remember, this guy is Mr. Severance Package. Sports fans, if you want to move forward, you've got to find a way to get rid of Daniel Levy. Simple. Daniel Levy does not have your best interests at heart. All Levy wants is to empty your pockets and pay exorbitant amounts to watch your team continue to fail at that stadium. And Harry Kane, if you have any sense whatsoever, see, I'm shocked that Harry Kane didn't hand in a transfer request before the Euros. So maybe Harry Kane doesn't actually have the balls to leave. Because if I'm Harry Kane, I'm like, bro, are you just going to just remain a start player? Because if you remain at Tottenham under Levy, you're not sniffing a trophy. Tottenham, not those guys. I mean, it's a complete joke, man. It's a complete and utter joke from Levy. From Wisky Jackson, man. Wisky Jackson, thank you for the dub. HH, Championship Manager 0304 or PES 06? That's huge. That's huge. Because our Championship Manager 0304. Let me think. 0304. Where was I? 0304. I know where I was 0304. I know where I was 0304. Yes, I know where I was 0304. And I think Challenge Manager 0304, I think that was the one that someone stole off of me. And if I still kept it, I'd have failed my school. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my, the memories. The memories. Oh my god. Wow. You see, guys, man. See, it's not called Football Manager now. Back when it was called Championship Manager and you had to play it on your Windows, this thing was more addictive than crack cocaine. There was nothing more addictive than Championship Manager. And my thing is, thank God someone stole it off of me in school. So shout out to whoever robbed me of that Championship Manager, because if you didn't rob me, I would have failed my school. I'd have failed my studies because I played it all day. I played the thing all day. PES 06 was tops, man. But for me, if I had to choose, gotta be Championship Manager, man. 0304. I mean, I simply played it, man. PES 06 was superb. It was super amazing. Like, my older brother beat the crap out of me every single time because my older brother is literally insane at PES. But Championship Manager 0304, man, I dedicated my life to that game. Okay. I dedicated my entire life to that game, man. That thing was crack cocaine. Crack cocaine, man. From yes side again, man. Thank you for the WS side. So yes side says HH. Apparently, according to McLaw, Tottenham called off their interest in Kante. You can't make this up. All right, let me actually go into Twitter right now. See what's what. So let's see. Type in Tottenham Kante. Oh my god, man. These guys are hilarious, man. You must be kidding me, man. Breaking news: Antonio Conte's move to Tottenham is called off as talks break down. So who is going to manage Tottenham? Oh, here we go. Antonio Conte wanted to bring more than 4 staff members to Tottenham. Spurs reluctant on this point. Salary proposal difference around 3 million euros. Investments and projects to win as soon as possible. Another issue. That's why talks with Conte have stalled. No agreements. So, see, because obviously Fabrizio Romano, obviously he's Italian, so sometimes it can be lost in translation. So when he says investments and projects to win as soon as possible, who said that? So was it Conte saying, I want to win as possible? Or were Tottenham saying, I want to win as possible? So that's very key. Who was it that wanted the as soon as possible project? So here's the thing. Conte wanted to bring more than 4 staff members to Tottenham. Spurs reluctant on this point. Why? So the thing for Tottenham, if you're getting a manager and a manager says, okay, in order for me to succeed, I need to bring in this crew because this is the crew and this is the team that I feel will best be able to help me say what's up. But why would you say no? Like, that's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird for Spurs, man. I don't know. Someone is smoking crack. But why wouldn't you? Why? Okay. Why wouldn't you allow him to bring in his team? You know. Who do you think will be top scorer at the Euros? Let me give you a few names. I think you've got to look at Kane. you've got to look at hmm, Mbappe, Gerard Moreno. For me, I think that Moreno. But my thing, it depends on whether Enrique goes with two strikers or just one. And if he goes with one striker, will he go with Morata? He should go with Moreno because I think Moreno has performed better over the season than Morata has. But maybe he'll just go with Oak because he trusts Morata more. But I think if he starts Gerardo Moreno, I think Moreno has a really good eye for goals. So he could be a nice, you see, he'd be a nice good bet, a nice good sneaky bet to be top scorer. Um, I mean, Kane could do it again because Kane could stack up in that group. But the thing about it is, if England meets a tough team in the second round, it could be lights out. So that's why Kane is a tricky one because England could be out in the round of 16. So I think a safe bet. See, Benzema is a tricky one because of you don't know whether he will start ahead of Giroud because Deschamps could still start with Giroud. But if he starts Benzema is a very good bet. If I have assurances that Benzema will start all the games and he'll be the first choice, Benzema is a good shout. Mbappe is, is the, but the safest bet. Let me even bring it up again. The safest bet, I would say, um, let me see. The safest bet, I would say, Lukaku. That's my pick. My pick is Lukaku. Yes, because I look at their group: Denmark, Finland, Russia. I think he's going to stack up there. So he was. Now I don't know which pairing they have in the second round, but yeah, yeah. My pick will be Lukaku. That's my pick, Lukaku. That's going to be my pick, man. Um. Oh, you know what? Just for humor, LSK Laxon. Just for humor, and also, guys, I want to even ask you something. So there you go. Oh yeah. There you go, lying again. No, okay. Since you're here right now, so guys, LSK Laxon is a Man United supporter. So LSK Laxon supports a team who couldn't beat a bunch of who they basically couldn't beat NSYNC. They couldn't beat NSYNC and SWV in a Europa League final, and they lost 11-10 on penalties. Now, guys, let me ask the live chat this, and this is just something for the live chat. Live chat, I want to ask you guys this. So, people on the streets, ask you this: can you tell me, from a footballing point of view, put bias all aside? Let's just look at this from a footballing point of view. So, I want you guys in the live chats, put your football hats on. Why would Jadon Sancho want to join Man United ahead of Chelsea or Real Madrid or Barcelona? Keep all bias aside, completely objective. Please, maybe I'm wrong, but just try to explain to me in a footballing sense why he would want to join a team that have a PE teacher as a coach, zero ambition, and you know that this team is not relevant for bowling wise, and you know that Sancho is one of the most talented young players out there. Please tell me why he still want to join that team. He will get playtime at Chelsea. He would, specifically if he is a marquee signing. He'll get playtime. He'll get playtime. Of course he would, man. Of course he would. Um. So Solskjaer is Sancho's grandfather. You see, when guys say this, I understand biggest club in England. What does that actually mean? That's what I want to know. Is like, what does that actually mean? Because when I did the video, those guys says, "Oh no, we are bigger than Chelsea." Okay, you can't just say you're bigger than Chelsea without saying in what sense. If you're bigger in terms of you're more popular, you have won more trophies. Okay, so have Milan have won loads of trophies. Nottingham Forest used to win loads of trophies back in the day. But in 2021, what does that mean? Okay. In 2021, are you going to join AC Milan over PSG? Are you going to join AC Milan over like a Real Madrid in 2021? In 2021, why would you join Man United over Chelsea? You're dealing with the UCL winners. Okay. You're dealing with the UCL winners, the Champions League winners, first of our name. First of our name. So surely how big you are has to depend on what titles are you winning consistently and what titles are you winning currently. Um, Ish, who's your EPL top four pick? A bit early, but in no order, in no order. So just top four. City will definitely be there. Liverpool will be there. Chelsea will be there. Um, United have to be careful. I think I am locking in Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. Those are locked in. United have to be careful, bro, because this was a weird. Because think about this. Think about this. Leicester City totally fumbled at the back. They should have maintained some, but they just fumbled at the back. Chelsea had a rookie from the road for half of the season. Liverpool had crazy injuries. So if Liverpool didn't have those crazy injuries, Chelsea had Tuchel from the start of the season, they'd finish above United. And for United, it would not be dependent on what Leicester City now do. So for now, I would say that the top four will remain the same. It will remain the same. But I think United have to look over their shoulder. For United, it's simple. Sack Solskjaer. Solskjaer is trash. Solskjaer is completely and utter trash. Um, oh, here we go. So, guys, see, this is what I would say. What I don't like. I told you guys, I'm going to be clowning you for the next year. Um, that is a lucky win. Man City are serial bottlers. Chelsea are Champions League winners, which means that we are the biggest club in the world, which means that we're now sitting on the throne. The way I'll be talking about Chelsea will be very different right now, and I will not accept any Chelsea slander. I cannot respect any of your clubs because your clubs are not the current UCL winners. I'm sorry. You know, I can respect your clubs to a degree, but I cannot respect them to the same degree as Chelsea. If you currently hold the Champions League crown, that means you are the king. There can only be one king. There can't be two kings. There can only be one king. And right now, Chelsea are the kings. So you now are my peons. You're my subjects. You serve me. You serve Chelsea. So until one of you takes the CL crown off of us, I can't view you guys the same. So the luck has nothing to do with it. We're the UCL winners. We sit on the throne, and we're the big dogs. So it wasn't lucky. It was skill. It was all complete skill. Um. Ooh. Um. In England, Germany, which is possible match. Yep, it is possible. In round of 16, who would you favor to go through? That is tasty, and I would love that. That would be a tasty round of 660. Do you know what some cycle said? Someone said, "Oh no, England should like finish." So something that England should finish like what second or third, so they avoid that madness group, which is no, just you play to win. You have to play no, you got to play to win every single game. You can't play to win. Oh no, let's have ourselves like which is what, because I remember when I was watching England against Belgium in like the a box park kind of place. And guys were saying that, and basically when England were losing to Belgium in the group game, they said, "Oh no, Belgium is so stupid. Like England, man, like this is our chance to get to the final because we'll have an easy path." Hence why I can't respect England's semi-final berth, because guys were wanting England wanted to lose to Belgium so they would come second and have an easy path to the final. But they ran up against Croatia, and Croatia tested that jaw. And look at that, Belgium. People thought Belgium would lose to Brazil. They beat Brazil, and they lost to the eventual World Cup winners, and it was only 1-0. And I still believe Belgium with the best team in that World Cup. France with the winners, but Belgium with the best team in that World Cup. England, Germany, man. England have the stronger team, but Germany have the superior manager. So that is the toss-up. You have a superior team against a superior manager. So it depends which one wins out. Does the quality of England's team and their attack prove to be too much for a German team that just doesn't have the same kind of talent as England? Or does Jogi Löw come up with a tactic and strategy that nullifies England's attack and therefore exploits them defensively? And England are very weak defensively. So, I mean, it'll be a fascinating game because England have a really good attack, very dangerous players. Germany don't have Boateng. They didn't bring Boateng. They don't have a Lamb. So their defense is a bit iffy. But England's defense ain't that great. And Germany's attack is very good. Germany's midfield and their attack is very good. So I don't know. I may want to give the edge to England, but at the same time, I'm looking at Germany who have Kimmich, Ilkay Gundogan, Muller. Germany have players, man. Like that group is going to be very interesting. That Portugal-Germany group is going to be interesting, man. All right. What's your La Liga prediction? La Liga prediction, man. I've got to see what guys doing this. What guys do this summer is going to be very key, because I don't know whether Atletico are now a major player now. I don't know whether, because again, something tells me this feels different to 2014. Because when Atletico won in 2014, I was like, they're not defending their title. This was just an anomaly that happened. That they were able to break the duopoly. But I just think that I think it's going to be a 3-horse race. I feel it's going to be a 3-horse. I think Atletico are here to stay, and I think they can just continue to strengthen, because Barca and Real, I don't know what they used to be. But again, it's like just for a crazy example, it may not happen, but let's just say, just for argument's sake, Real managed to get to Mbappe. If they get Mbappe, that changes everything. If Barcelona gets like Sancho, or they get well, they already have Aguero. So if they get Sancho, or Barcelona get like a really good defender, like they get like Skriniar, for instance, or De Vrij, I'm like, okay, maybe they could do something. So if you're saying as of right now, as of right now, I would say I would still say, because I think I think Ancelotti doesn't have a great league record. I think Ancelotti is much better in cup competitions than he is in the league. So I would still give the edge to Atletico. No, I'll still give the edge to Atletico. And I may even say Atletico, Barca, then Real Madrid, because I think it depends on who they buy. Because if Real and Barca don't make any good signings this summer, I've got to roll with Atletico. Um, so yeah, man. But for me, like it's impossible to answer that without me assessing what the teams look like for the next season. So it's going to be what they do. Um. Oh, no, see, now this way it gets interesting now. So rumor has it that the owners of Atletico Madrid may invest 182 million towards transfers in order for Atletico to compete with Barca and Real Madrid. Now we're talking. So if Atletico continue to invest, they get more quality players, their squad becomes deeper. Um, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But at the same time, my thing is all it takes is for one big signing. The reality is, no matter how much Atletico invest, Barca and Real Madrid will always be more likely to get the superstar. If Mbappe joins either Barca or Real Madrid, that changes everything. It changes everything. If for some reason, I hope it doesn't happen, and I pray it doesn't happen, if for some crazy reason Real got Kante or Barcelona got Kante or you see, they already have Aguero now, but let's just say like they got for some reason they got Lewandowski. So like a really huge superstar name that Atletico couldn't get because Barca and Real Madrid would always be much more attractive. It's obsessed the balance. So on if Barca Real don't get a big name, Atletico continue to invest and improve. I've got to give it to Atletico because let's keep it real. Atleti know that we should have won this ages ago. We decided to make it a contest because we allowed Barca and Real Madrid to come in because we're so far ahead. So if they could just say, no, let's just make sure that we now are much more consistent, we don't mess up, and you now have a much deeper squad, more quality in attack, specifically, I'm going to improve Marcos Llorente. Barca and Real have to do a lot, man, to be able to say what's up. The Euro predictions, man. So Saturday is what we call so Saturday is the Euro preview. So that's when we're going to focus on France, Portugal, Germany. France, Portugal, Germany, and I think Italy as well. So those are the guys that we're going to focus on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we'll focus on Belgium, England, Netherlands. And some of the other teams as well. So everything posts on Saturday, Sunday. Then obviously the pre-match analysis will probably drop around Thursday. So pre-match analysis drops on Thursday, then of course everything will pop off come Friday, where Turkey play against Italia. So I think I missed a dub in here from your boy. Okay, so from Undisputed, he says, "Why are there so few black goalkeepers?" I have no idea. It's like, how do you answer something like that, really? Because I mean, obviously, you've got your boy Mendy, you've got Steve Mignon, you've got Mandanda. You see, Vincent Enyama before he retired, I think Enyama retired was a quality. Like Enyama was a really good quality keeper. So I think maybe it's. You see, my thing is like, because people say, okay, how many black goalkeepers are there? It's like, well, how many black people, African people, even go and they said, oh, like I want to be a keeper and everything. So yeah, like it's I mean, it's like there is no way to answer that. There is no way to answer that. But I think the best black keeper for me, I know is Vincent. You could call me a boss. It's Vincent Enyama, the Nigerian keeper. We're like, He was so good that Messi even had to give him a dub at the 2010 World Cup because he pretty much single-handedly stopped Messi from scoring when Nigeria played at Argentina at the 2010 World Cup. But he had a falling out with Sunday Olise, so then he obviously, because he was Nigeria's captain and everything, man. But yeah, man, it's like, and also like, I never know whether like that's a myth of like, oh, black goalkeepers aren't very good. Because if you look at it right now, the Steve Mignon, the little keeper, statistically is actually one of the best keepers in the world. I think I saw a stat where they show like the top 5 keepers. So you had Oblak, Cotonou there, and the Steve Mignon, the little keeper was there. And Mendy, look how good Edward Mendy is. You know, so the black keepers are saying what's up. From your boy Wansky Jackson says, United is forever London Blues superior. Hashtag heritage. So you would go to United because of football heritage. So it is heritage to lose to Villarreal on penalties. So I'm asking. So it's heritage to concede 11 straight penalties against Villarreal. That heritage argument is bullcrap. Sancho, if you're listening, actually, no, sorry, Jad, if you're listening, pick up the phone and call Brad. Just pick up the phone and just call Brad. Brad is waiting. Sancho, you could join the UCL winners. Sancho, we're king of the world. We're the greatest club in the world right now. Sancho, right now we are the biggest club in the world. Because whoever wins the UCL is the best club in the world. So right now, Chelsea are the best club in the world. Why wouldn't you want to join the categorical best club in the world? You have to come and sit at the big boys table. You don't want to sit in the corner. You don't want to sit outside. You want to sit at the big boys table, which is where we're at. From Wiseky Jackson again says that, why do you look like a fruit seller? I think I look pretty sexy. I look pretty sexy. Now, funny thing is that this is a gift from my mom. And my mom got this from Spain. So maybe my mom got this in a fruit market in Spain. So I have no idea where my mom got this from. All I know is that my mom got this hat from me from Spain. So yeah. Okay, what else are you guys saying, man? What do Arsenal need to become relevant again? When will they become relevant again? They first of all need to sack Arteta, because Arteta is not the right man to lead them forward. I think it is cool work he did with regards to winning an FA Cup, but with regards to doing better in the league and sustained success, they need a better manager. And I think Rafa Benitez is always a good, safe pair of hands. That's the first thing. Second thing is proper investment, proper smart investment, proper scouting, proper investment. So if you hire a Rafa Benitez, you have to give him a team in which he has his hands and paws within that team, because you have to allow a manager to build their team in their own image. So the issue is, will Stan Kroenke release the funds to properly invest into Arsenal? That's the key issue. So the problem is, Kroenke ain't Abramovich, he ain't Schickman. So guys who generally care about the footballing nature of the team and the performance of the team. Kroenke just cares that Arsenal are profitable. And the issue is that Arsenal fans, win, lose, or draw, mid-table or not, Europa Conference or not, will always turn up to watch Arsenal. They always will. They'll always turn up to watch Arsenal. So you have a situation where Arsenal are not in any European competition. They're not in the Europa Conference, Europa League, and not in the UCL. So there is no excuse for them not to do better in the league. But under Arteta, with that team, and that's why there is no reason whatsoever how, and this is why Arteta has to be sacked. Well, you can compare your squad to Tottenham, but I think maybe Arsenal may have a more quality squad. That Tottenham have like a much better attack. But There's no reason how Arsenal are finishing below Leicester City and West Ham. No reason whatsoever. So the very fact that West Ham and Leicester City outperformed them over 38 games is the clear reason why Arteta has to be sacked, and you just need a more experienced and a better, superior manager. You simply do. All because Arteta worked with Pep doesn't mean that he is Pep. I remember, yes, Arteta worked with Pep as an assistant manager to a Man City team who have far superior players to what Arsenal have. So being an assistant manager of Man City is very different from being a manager of Arsenal Football Club. So those are the two main things, man. It's like, in proper investment and a proper, more experienced manager. When will they become relevant again? It's gonna take a few years. It's gonna take a few years. It's gonna take maybe 3, 4, 5 years because City financially are too secure. Liverpool, I think they'll be back. And look at what Liverpool did. They had such a horrible season and still managed to finish third. Chelsea, Abramovich is always going to keep those guys watertight. And even when you look at United, look at Leicester City or so forth, and even the other teams around them like Everton and Wolves, and even Leeds, they just seem to be much more consistent and in a good, strong place with a solid foundation that are gonna be able to compete with these dudes, man. Shout out to your boy. How can Man United be fixed? Please respond. Love you, HH. Love you too, man. Peace out, man. Love you too, bro. So, guys, remember, man, join the Euro 2020 Fantasy League. The link is in the live box. Join. We have over 200 guys right now. Join the Euro 2020 Fantasy League. Join that Fantasy League, guys. June 11th is the deadline date. June 11th, the deadline, and join that Fantasy League. So, how can Man United be fixed? Please respond. So, first of all, sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. United's biggest issue is you've got. I don't mean to be rude or harsh, but you've got a stooge as a manager. Yeah, guy, he'll say all the right things, very well mannered and so forth, and he's just there to keep things stable. So, do you want to be stable or do you want to be ambitious? Ambitious people aren't stable. Ambitious people take risks with the view of trying to move forward and try to advance. The very fact that United were given a trophy on a plate and still fumbled the bag should be a clear indication that no, he's not the right. Like how Solskjaer was not sacked after that Villarreal game is beyond me, because that is a failure of a season. Yes, you finished second, but you finished with no trophies. And as the Champions League team, to not be able to beat Villarreal in a Europa League final is unacceptable. So the first thing to do is to sack him. Whether you get and I think Sarri could be an interesting hire, because what you get with a Sarri is you have a clear identity. United don't have an identity; they have a zero personality. I don't know what these guys are trying to do or what they want to do. So it's just vibes FC. It's vibes. Like Solskjaer just says, "Yo, go out there and just feel it. Just feel it. Just dance, move around, and jiggy on down, and so forth." So, thing here is this. The thing here is this. Glazers, similar to Arsenal's issue, the Glazers don't care. So, and it goes back to the fans. If the fans en masse revolted and said, until this club starts to win trophies and starts to really are ambitious and serious, and there's proper serious investments in the team to improve, then boom. But my thing is this: that okay, let's say United gets Sancho. Will Sancho alone lead to a trophy? Is it really Sancho that is the missing piece, or is it the guy sitting in the dugout? Because football is not just about the players you have; it's who is managing the players, it's who is directing the players, it's who is conducting the players. And if a guy who is from the road is conducting the players, then what's the point? Um, what else we see, man? So Liverpool are going to get more quality players in this summer. I won't be surprised if they win the UCL and or EPL. Look, man, I have to hand it to Liverpool. Whether you like it or not, you have to hand it to Liverpool. Like upon everything, and from where they were to still finish third is impressive. And it just shows the deep quality of the team. So you won't say to yourself that if Van Dijk didn't get down injured, Jota wasn't injured. So let's say COVID, no COVID, COVID. But you have Van Dijk, you have Jota. I still think City win the league, but I think you have a more realistic title race because United were never going to say anything to United were never in the title race. It was never happening because United just don't have the kind of team the cash and they've not shown me anything over previous years why they should be taken seriously as a title challenge to Man City. So yeah, so obviously Liverpool they bought Konate, you know. I think they maybe need to get like another defensive cover to make sure that what happens because what happens then it was freakish. I mean, your three main central defenders to go down for the season doesn't always happen. So it was just a very freakish incident that happened. So I don't think it's a case of where, oh my gosh, let's now buy 6, 8 defenders. I don't think it'll ever happen again. It just happened, and they have to deal with it. So um yeah, man. I mean, winning the EPL, I don't know. I don't know. Like, let's see how for me. Let's see how they react because it was a very tough, hard season. Van Dijk has not played for like a whole year now, so Van Dijk now has to get reacclimatized, and I think they will have to now rediscover themselves. They have to rediscover themselves, but it can happen. Like, look at how many points City finished behind Liverpool that season. They re-upped. They bought well. They brought Ruben Diaz, and they came back strong. Um. So. Oh yeah, I think we've seen that. Oh, shout out to your boy Joaquin Silva, man. Yeah, man, he came clutch, bro. He came, yeah, Joaquin Silva. He came clutch on that Portugal thing, man. He came clutch big time. Um, see, for me, I don't support. Here's what happens. I support players, not teams. I can't support like the only countries I root for are the countries, let's say, that I am from. So that's Nigeria, Brazil, and I'm a complicated England. So that's the thing. Because technically, I should also write for England because I was born in London and I've spent more time in England than anywhere else. But just that, people, I mean, people have been racist to me in England, so, and they just have issues with a lot of people in England. So my relationship with England is very complex. But yeah, Brazil, from my mom's side, that's my Brazilian side, and obviously Nigeria, that's who I am. Like that's like 90% of what I am. But for these Euros, it's players. So I need the Us, I need Zad, I need Marco. I need those are the dudes I did, and also I want Verts to say what's up. I'm looking at the Verts. I'm looking at Sancho. So I'm on a player agenda right now. I'm on a player agenda, and hopefully one of my player agendas comes through because Marco needs to prove people wrong because the disrespect that Marco has been receiving has been terrible, man. Um, bro, I don't need to prove it to anyone. So what's why? So I should bring my mom and tell you about my uncle Santos or my uncle Cosmes, or talk about the Da Silvas or the Alokrani or my grandmom Alokrani Da Silva. I mean, what? I didn't prove anything to anyone, man. So, what was it called? Because because wait, where's it from? Bahia. That's where my folks are from. Is are from Bahia because Bahia has links to the Yoruba culture. Because in Bahia they speak Yoruba in Bahia. So, um, I told you, I'm not from Brazil. Okay, this is how it works. So you can work out the math. My grandmother, so my grandmother's mother is Nigerian, and my grandmother's father was Brazilian. So that is why my grandmother has very fair skin, and my mom has very, very fair skin. So my grandmother has very fair skin, almost like but so my grandmother was really fair skinned. Obviously, I died. Sorry, she died before I was born. But seeing pictures, she was very fair skinned, and also my mom has very fair skin, which I think comes from my great grandfather, obviously on my mom's side. So my grandmother was half Brazilian, which would make my mom a quarter, which would make all of us an eighth. So there you go, man. So um it's everything, man. How likely is it to see an unexpected Euro winner like Denmark 92 or Greece 04? Yeah, that's a good question, man. I mean, of course, I don't know why I have a funny feeling about this Euros. Maybe I've just got a funny feeling about this Euros that we could have a new winner, you know? And because so, see, England have never won it. But that's what I don't think. Wait, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Have England ever won a Euros? So England have never won a Euros, but they are favorites, which is odd. So England, so I think that's what I'm looking at England and Turkey. For me, I believe that there is a likelihood, but our France team is strong, bro. I mean, look, because I did the breakdown of the French team with a dude, man, and then when we just looked at that 11, we were like, fuck. Because I think it was like a 4-2-3-3-1. So you could have a thing of like a Kante and Pogba double pivot, Mbappe left, Griezmann number 10, the Us right, and Benzema striker. Lord. Guys, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for this Euros, man. But I still don't think that they'll say what's up. Um, oh no. I can I can give you right now that Croatia are not going to win it. No, 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 no. I think they're just there are better teams out there. There are just superior teams out there to Croatia for them to do it. So for me, no, no, no. Um, I just think Croatia just reached a precipice in 2018. I think 2018 was just like, wow, this is everybody at their peak, at the strength of their powers, and they just reached the height of their powers, and they were able to say what's up. But for Croatia to win it, nah, man, I think that's way far fetched, way far fetched, man. Um, all right, let's see. So shout out to the dub, man. LA lad, man. Thank you for the dub, LA. Thank you for the dub. HH. Watch out for Italy. Those guys are serious. I told you, man. Turkey and Italy is a really good game. See, that's why I now have to now start doing my predictions for the fantasy league, man. Because I now need to now think about because I've got a scoreline in my head, Obviously, close to the time when we do that pre-match analysis, then we'll see. But I've got a bit of a I can't wait, man. Because the pre-match analysis and so forth and everything, man. Woo, we're gonna ride, man. We're gonna ride, man. We're gonna ride. So, yeah, man. You see, it's always difficult doing a pre-match for the very first games because there are teams who I don't really know. I've not really seen a lot of, so I don't really know what to expect from them. But after I've seen everyone for the first time, there's a aha, boom. I will now be able, because I now have an idea of how they play specifically in a tournament situation. Because playing in a friend and a qualification is not the same. But no, look, Italy, man. Immobile had a strong season. Belotti's there. They've got Insigne, your boy Marco. Chiellini and Bonucci. Aren't they a little bit old? I believe Donnarumma is going to be the keeper now. So Italy have a nice crew. Italy have a nice Italy have a nice little teams. I think Italy could surprise people. Italy could surprise a lot of people because there is quality in that team. There is some really good quality in that team. Although, why didn't they take Moise Kean? Why didn't those guys take Moise Kean, man? Gerrard over Kante. Has Gerrard ever won a Premier League title? Crickets. I'll ask it again. To you, this guy that just says, has Gerrard ever won a league title? Kante has a league title. 2. He's got an FA Cup. He's got a World Cup. And he has a Champions League. Has Gerrard ever been man of the match in 3 consecutive Champions League games? I'll say it again. Has Gerrard ever been man of the match in 3 consecutive Champions League games? Gerrard is a Liverpool legend. Gerrard is a domestic merchant. At every international tournament, he flopped. He flopped at every single international tournament. Gerrard is not fit to clean Kante's shoes. He's not fit to clean Kante's shoes. So let alone he can't even look up at Kante. I know Kante is a very nice guy and so forth. Gerrard should not be allowed in the same vicinity as Kante. He shouldn't, because Gerrard, for me, Gerrard is debt compared to Kante. He's like debt. So I think it's very insulting to even put Gerrard in the same conversation as Kante. That's you're being disrespectful to Kante right now. Or you're talking to a World Cup winner, you're talking to a Champions League winner, you're talking to a league, it's a 2-time league winner. You're talking to a guy who might be one of the best players in his position ever. You could argue that inside that kind of DM box to box role, Gerrard doesn't hold a cat. He's not fit enough to clean his shoes. He's not fit enough to clean the dude's shoes, man. So come on, bro. Like, Kante's on a different. Is it like you can't? He's only like Gerrard and Lampard. Yes, compared to like Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes. Compare those two. Like, this is higher level. Like, Gerrard's level is Scholes, Lampard. Maybe you put Pablo Aimar, but we're talking about high level. The levels are so high. So come on. I mean, let's be respectful here. Let's just be respectful here, man. Please. So no. Gatlock. Kante never slipped. Kante never slipped and cost his team a title. So, see, guys, don't let me be disrespectful, because guys, I can be really disrespectful. So please, it's a Friday night. It's all good. We're building up to the Euros. We're very good. Don't put me in a bad mood, and don't make me be disrespectful. Don't make me be disrespectful. Okay, here he is here. So Ellen Ladman, thank you for the dog, says, okay, forget Gerrard. Jabi Alonso over Kante. No. Xabi Alonso is a superior passer to Kante. I'll give him that. For passing, Xabi Alonso destroys Kante. For shooting, so passing and shooting, he destroys him. Kante is better than Xabi Alonso in every other category. So as an overall player, as an overall player, Kante is over Xabi Alonso. See, you're talking about a guy who is arguably the best player in his position that we've seen. That's where, is he better than Makalele, Busquets? So this could be one of the best players in his position. Xabi Alonso was just really good. But was Xabi Alonso even ever considered for a Ballon d'Or? Simple question. Did anybody ever even consider Xabi Alonso for a Ballon d'Or? It's a simple question. No. Never did. But for Kante, they did. I told you, we have to be realistic here. You're talking to a UCL winner. You're talking to a UCL winner. 3-time man of the match. He flopped in the World Cup final. 100%. I'm the first to say that. Kante flopped in the World Cup final, and I hope he rectifies that. He flopped in the World Cup final. But he's a 3-time man of the match award. Man of the match in 3 back-to-back games. 3 back-to-back games. And also, I'm sorry, I'm not counting that 05 UCL final. Something happened there. Someone was drugged. Someone was drugged in that 05 final. I refuse to accept that AC Milan team lost to a team that had Steve Finnan and Dietmar Hamann and Vladimir Smika in the team. So I don't know what happened in 05. I don't know what happened in 05. But guys, yes, you took it to UCL. You took it to UCL winner. This guy who, I told you, unless you give me a guy who has 3 consecutive man of the match awards in 3 huge games, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. Or, unless you can give me a player who has 3 man of the match awards in 3 of the biggest games in club or international football, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. That's it. The only name I want to hear is somebody who has 3 consecutive man of the match awards in 3 huge games. So I want to hear man of the match awards in a semi and in a final. 3, in fact. If you can't give me that, I don't hear it. We hear it. Your boy J Joking, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the J Joking, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Kante was the worst player in the World Cup final. You break. Yes, he flopped. 100% he flopped. But let me repeat myself. He flopped in the World Cup final. He still has the World Cup. You want to see his World Cup medal? Ask him very nicely, because Kante is very kind. If he wants him to show you his World Cup medal, he will show you that baby right now. But, J Joking, can you name me a player who was man of the match in both legs of the UCL semi and in the UCL final? I'll wait. Name me a player who was man of the match in both legs of the UCL semi and the UCL final. Did Messi ever do that? Huh? Cristiano? What? Wait. Go. Guys, pull up the Mourinho emoji. Yo, why is it? Guys, football members, put out that Mourinho thingy. Did Messi or Cristiano ever be man of the match in 3 consecutive UCL games, specifically both semifinals and 1 final? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know? So Kante has done something that neither Messi or Cristiano has done. So that's the thing. I'm just saying, I don't think they have. Hey, there we go. YSK, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. No, see. Thank you for the dub. Maxim Drago, thank you for the dub. See, he was sick in that final. That's why he was subbed. You see, Maxim Drago, because me and Daniel Tillock, aka Danny T, we actually had our own this discussion about this. And I said, look, man, I know what happened, but it doesn't matter. All that happens is that you flopped in the World Cup final. You see, to be a horseman, I need a World Cup final performance. That's why Messi, Messi don't hear it. Because Messi, you flopped in our World Cup final. 2014, you were a ghost. You were a freaking ghost in our World Cup final, and Boateng had you in his freaking pockets. Cristiano has never played a World Cup final. so Cristiano, we can't even begin to have a conversation about Cristiano. First of all, you're not even better than peak Hazard. You're not even better than peak Hazard. That's the first thing. Second thing, you've not even sniffed a World Cup final. So he's not even in discussion. Messi, in a World Cup final, you skied your free kick and you flopped that one that went wide. So I need a World Cup final performance. So for Kante, that is the only blemish on his resume is he flopped in our World Cup final. But he was sick. He was ill. And that's why he was subbed. But it is what it is. Ronaldo was poisoned. They had to poison my boy. They had to poison my guy in 1998 to stop it. Do you know what it means? You were so afraid of a 21-year-old in 98, you had to freaking poison him. They poisoned him. They poisoned him. But even though he was poisoned, he still was open to. What did your trash ass losers do in a World Cup final? My guy, 4 years later, after being poisoned as a 21-year-old, top scorer, scored the winning goal in the semi-final and both goals in the final. What have your trash players done? Oh, that's right. They hide behind their $1 million UCL teams and StatPad. I'm sorry. They're frauds. I'm sorry. Old age is back. I'm tired of this crap. Hashtag old age is back. Those guys are frauds. You can't do anything when you don't have the protection of the money and the managers. So how good are these guys really? Without the $1 million support, how good are they really? Ronaldo had to dig the debt. He had to dig down in the freaking debt, right to the core, and drag Brazil by the scruff of his neck. He dragged Brazil by the scruff of his neck and led to that. How have Messi? What have they done? What have they done to struggle? Nothing. But Maxime Dragon, if anybody tries to say anything against Kante and they say, he flopped in the World Cup final, ask them this. Have Messi and Cristiano ever dropped a man of the match performance in both legs of a UCL semi and a UCL final? I told you guys, man, it's going to be long. It's going to be a long year for the haters. It's going to be a very long game for the haters. I told you, I have no respect for you, for your players right now. I have no respect. Chelsea won a UCL under duress, and this UCL victory is greater than any other UCL victory based on DOD, based on degree of difficulty. If you combine 2012 and now, Chelsea are the best team in Champions League history, based on the degree of difficulty they've had in winning both of the UCLs. They've not had all the money that Bayern have had, all the money Real had, all the money that Arsenal had. So based on DOD, I'm sorry, both of these UCL wins completely surpass all the UCL wins that any of you guys have had based on DOD and degree of difficulty. From boy JJ Jokin, but it discredits Cristiano's Euro 2016. Rightfully so. Rightfully so, because you didn't do anything. You got injured and so forth, but Eder gave you life. If not for Eder, you don't win that. If not for Benzema not getting picked and for Eder, Cristiano, you don't trust that UCL. Because if you're in the pitch, how do I know that you would have scored that winning goal? How do I know? How? You know? So guys, it's gonna be a long suffer on yourself, man. So who the hell did Kante play? Bro, did he play a Real Madrid team that won 3 UCLs in a row? 4 or 5? And let's not be revisionist, guys. Remember, first of all, Kante outplayed the midfield of Casemiro, Cruz, and Rich. This is the same trio that won 3 UCLs in a row, and Kante single-handedly owned them. Do you know what it means? He owned the Ballon d'Or winner. He owned a World Cup winner, and he owned the Copa America winner, and he owned guys that had 3 shots in a row by himself. No help. Do you know what it means by Kante completely owned 3 grown men? 3 grown men. One man dominated 3 grown men, bro. I mean, that's and he dominated 3 grown men twice. He said, no, I'm not only going to do it in the first leg in their house. In the second leg, when they even know everything about me, I'm going to do it again and again. And he did it in the UCL final with City playing full on attack with no DM. He did it again. I mean, guys, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Again, I keep asking you guys, tell me, Messi and Cristiano, do they have 3 man of the match, 3 consecutive man of the match awards? Do they? Do they? Do they? But they're the GOATs. Was Messi wasn't man of the match in both legs of the United semi. He wasn't man of the match in the Madrid semi. He wasn't man of the match in both legs. And was he man of the match in that final? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? But he wasn't man of the match in both legs. You see, Kante is the only guy to win 3 consecutive man of the match awards. He's the only guy. He's the only guy. He's the only guy. So but Messi, if Messi is so good, give me 3 man of the match awards. Give me 3 man of the match awards. HH, if you have balls, yep, they're still there. One of my mates will debate with you on the whole Gerrard Kante argument and end up taking to the cleaners with raw hard facts. I will not insult Kante by entering into a debate with Kante or Gerrard until Gerrard shows me a league title and a World Cup medal. He's not allowed to be in any debates with Kante. I'm sorry, and I'm being fully respectful here. Kante is on a different level to Gerrard. You know, Kante, he has a higher football IQ. He's far more intelligent, has greater football understanding, balance, tackling, consolidation, decision-making, can hold the midfield, has greater composure, greater understanding. And it's a different level. You see, we're talking about genuine world-class top-tier level. Gerrard is quality, damn quality. Kante is a different level. So come on, now it's unfair. See, it's unfair on Gerrard. Come on, guys. It's unfair on Gerrard. I don't want to do that for Gerrard. I don't want to do that. I want to respect Gerrard. He's a Liverpool legend. He's done great things. So Gerrard is a quality player and everything. So I want to respect Gerrard. So I don't want to disrespect him by embarrassing him like that. So I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. I respect Gerrard too much. I respect the dude too much, man. Lawrence Rosario, man, got a 2-piece. 2-piece. We got a 2-piece. See, what's it? Mama, we got. Wait, Martin, did you put $500 on Man City to win? Wouldn't you put $500 on Man City to win? See, Martin, when you're a 2-time, when you're a 2-time. But see, Martin, the whole point about this is that until someone else wins the UCL, I'm gonna because we're the Kings now. We're the Kings. The Kings are so. Joshua Kimmich, who is Joshua Kimmich? Who is this guy? I don't know. Wait, who is he? Who is he? Joshua Kimmich. Is he a 2021 UCL winner? Until you show me a current UCL medal, I don't respect you. I don't respect you until you show me a current UCL winners medal. Who are you? Who are you? I have no respect for you. This is what 2020. 2020 is in the past. 2019 is in the past. 2018, that's in the past. Current, show me a current UCL winners medal or leave. See, if you come and you show me because 2020, that's out of date. It's expired. I'm sorry. If you show me a 2020 or 2019 UCL winners medal, I say leave my office right now. That medal is expired. That medal is no longer relevant. that medal is relevant. The only medal that means anything is a 2021 UCL winners medal. Any other medal, leave my office right now. Right now. Leave my office right now. Well, guys, come on, send those questions, man. Send those cues away. Two-time. 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 Oh, jeez. Let me see. It's Super C. I think I missed it. I think I missed Mr. Dub. Let me get through to my dubs, man. Oh, there we go. From J Jokin, thank you for the up, J Jokin. Give me your drug dealer's number. I want what you're on. J Jokin, see, the only drug I'm on is the two-time drug. So what is the two-time drug? See, the two-time drug is when you win a UCL in 2012, beating a all-time Barca team, and you beat a Bayern team in their own crib. The two-time drug is when you beat the La Liga champions Atletico Madrid. You beat a Real Madrid who won 4 of 5 UCLs. Oh, and a certain N'Golo Kante outplays and outballs the 3 quality midfielders. Oh, and in the final, you totally, completely disrupt City. I told you, man, Chelsea. I mean, Real Madrid, Bayern. Who are these? I don't know who these clubs are. I don't. Juventus. Who are these guys? I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know these guys. I don't know these clubs. I don't know. I don't know. Just go. I mean, if you're not a UCL, if you're not a 2021 UCL winner, I can't talk to you, man. I can't talk to you. I didn't talk to guys who have that UCL. I didn't talk to guys who have that UCL. Talk to guys who have that UCL. Talk to guys who have the 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 UCL. Two times. My boy Emin says, Messi 3 CL man of the match awards in 2011 semis and final. Where is R9 CL? First of all, Emin, you have to prove that. Unless you can give me hand proof, I don't believe you. Sorry, I don't believe you. And no, the man of the match in 2012 final was Xavi. Okay. Yes, Messi scored. No, Xavi was the man of the match in the 2011 final. So it's the same thing of how they gave Messi World Cup, the best player at the World Cup, which was completely bogus and a lie. The best player at the World Cup was Neuer. Either Neuer or Lam. I'd have argued Robin. Personally, for me, the best player at that World Cup was Robin. Robin was the best player at that 2014 World Cup, 100%. Yeah, no, it was Robin. Robin was the best player at that World Cup. So yeah, Robin has actually has a best player World Cup, I think, but neither does Messi or Cristiano. So no. So you're wrong. Xavi was the man of the match in our 2011 final. Where is R9CL? Oh, it's where he keeps his World Cup winners medal. Yes. So all you clowns, you losers who keep asking, where is R9CL? It's where he keeps his World Cup winners medal. Guys, you can't beat me. You can't beat me. You can't beat me. I'm sorry, man. World Cup is the greatest trophy. So the World Cup trumps any other trophy. Because once you win the World Cup, you don't need to win any other thing again. And Chelsea are the current UCL winners. Guys, I win. You can't beat me. Just join me. Join me. You can't beat. There's nothing you can say that can beat me. I win. I'm winning. I'm winning. Come on, bro. I'm winning. Is this the same De Bruyne that has never bowled in a major cup final? Is this the same De Bruyne that's dropped to disaster class in a CL final? Is this the same Salah who all he's done in a CL final is score a penalty? That's it. So neither Salah nor De Bruyne has balled in a major final because Salah has never balled in a AFCON final. He's never balled in a World Cup final and he's never balled in a CL final. De Bruyne has never balled in a major final before. Hazard was the best player at a World Cup. So neither Salah or De Bruyne has ever been the best player at a major tournament. Zad was the best player at the World Cup. So what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Zad was the best player at a. Do you know what it means to be the best player at the World Cup? Messi has never been the best player at the World Cup. Cristiano has never been the best player at the World Cup. Zad has. That's a stat. That's a stat. If De Bruyne and Salah can show me a time when they've been the best player at the World Cup, I will shut my mouth. I'll shut my mouth. But they haven't. But I'm sorry. Guys, you will always feel you can't beat me. You can't beat me. I'm sorry. I'll always win. I'm always going to win. I'm always going to win. Salah was the best player at the champ. He wasn't the best player in the CL final. You know, he was. I'm talking about the final. The final. Did he ball in the final? Did he shine in the final? He didn't shine in the final. He didn't shine in the final. So that's the fact. He just didn't shine in the final. He didn't shine in the final. That's the unfortunate thing, man. Show me Hazard's sales medal. I'll show you Hazard's Player of the Tournament award. How about that? How about that? Or I'll show you the amount of times that he single-handedly carried a team to a league title by himself. Single-handedly, scraps. I'll show you the time where Hazard single-handedly, with scraps and babies and children and orphans, carried the team to a league title, man. So, you guys, man, don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with your boy, man. Don't mess with your boy, man. Don't mess with your boy, man. Don't mess with your boy. So that's the thing, man. Look, I said, guys, look, man. I mean, I'm pumped up for these Euros. You know, I'm pumped up and I'm ready for these Euros. You know, because there are a lot of things in the line. And for Cristiano, I said again, because I think it was your boy Sergio that said that Cristiano is looking pretty tricky tonight. I said, this is not Cristiano. Like, bro, just retire. Like, why do you keep on playing? For Cristiano, you don't need to play that World Cup. You don't need to play the World Cup. You have an amazing wife, great kids, a great future, and so forth. You don't need to extend yourself too much. So this Euros, for me, Cristiano, this should be your swan song. This should be your swan song. That's what I feel. So, guys, look, let me ask the live chat this now. Who do you think? No, this is my better question. Who do you believe will be the final three for the Ballon d'Or? Tell me. Let me hear what you guys said. Who do you guys think will be the final three for the Ballon d'Or? Who do y'all think the final three will be for the Ballon d'Or? So we're saying Lewandowski, Messi, Kante. Why am I seeing Timo there? I have no idea. Kante, Lewandowski, Mbappe. So, okay, let's talk Lewandowski. Let's just say Poland get knocked out in the round of 16. And let's say Argentina win the Euros and France win the Euros. So let's say Argentina win the Copa America. If it takes place, let's say Argentina win the Copa America and France win the Euros. Would it then be Messi, Kante, and either Mbappe or Benzema? Just saying. I'm just saying. Wouldn't that be the case? Wouldn't that be the case? Because now, if Portugal win the Euros, if Portugal win the Euros and Argentina win the Copa America, you already know it's going to be Messi, Cristiano. Then I think that might be Lewandowski's chance to be on the podium because I say, okay, look at what he did in the league. That's just insane. So yeah, I think if Portugal win the Euros, Argentina win the Copa America, then it's going to be Messi, Cristiano, Lewandowski. Um, but I just think that Euros will have heavyweights because I think Lewandowski just has that is still insane. I mean, if we're being fair, whatever happens at the Euros, 40 goals in 26 games is stupid. And breaking what a 30-40 year record is insane. It's insane. So I think that Lewandowski should have a spot regardless. Regardless of what happens, he should have a spot. Now, whether he wins, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing as to whether he will win or not. But then, I mean, yeah. But I think winning a trophy is key. Winning a trophy is key because I think was that 2019 when Messi won? I think they won the Copa del Rey. They won the Copa del Rey. 29 games. Still what? 40 goals in 29 games. That is madness. That is absolute madness, man. So that's absolute madness, man. We're gonna come on, guys. Send in more cues, man. Send in more cues. I'll probably give you guys another 10 minutes, man. Another 10 minutes. These minutes. Send in more cues, guys. Send in more cues. Remember, man, cash up your boy, man. Support your boy, man. Support football content, man. Support football content, man. Cash up your boy, man. Support football content, man. Donate to that football hot. Send in more questions, guys. Send in more cues. Send in more cues. Yeah, no, I didn't see the Lake. No, I saw the highlights. The LA Fakers are out of there, man. Yeah, NBA talk is coming soon, man, on Twitch. Coming to a Twitch stream near you. Why do you rate trophies over talent? I don't rate. Here's the thing, though. If you have talent, but you can't apply it, what's the point? Robinho, one of the most talented players we've ever seen. Did he have a great career? No, because I don't think that the career that he had really goes into the kind of talent that he had. But my thing is that if you have all this talent, but that talent does not equate to you helping a team win trophies, then what's the point? Then all you want just, you're just a very talented dude. But what truly makes people special is I used my talent to help my team win a trophy. I applied my talent in an effective way that helped my team to be effective in a game. So I helped my team to get it done. So trophies are important. So I mean, look at Harry Kane now. If Harry Kane was to retire right now, would his career be a success? I'd say no. All you did was stats pad, scored a whole bunch of goals, but you didn't win any trophies. So you would be forgotten about. As that's that guy that just scored loads of goals. But if there was no tangible success, there was no hardware at the end of it, then what's the point? Then what's the point, man? Send in those cues, guys. Send in those cues, man. Your boy's here, man. Your boy's here to answer your footballing cues. Your footballing cues here, man. Your footballing cues right here, man. Okay. If Benzema becomes top scorer this Euros and France win, does Benzema deserve the Ballon d'Or? Emin, join my fantasy league, man. That's all the prediction is going to be at the fantasy league, man. So join your boys fantasy league, Euro 2020 fantasy league. Join that crap. That's what we're aiming. Join the fantasy league, bro. Um, it depends on when it comes to top scoring the Euros. See, my thing is, here's the dilemma. If France win the Euros, Benzema is top scorer, but Kante has a great tournament, I think Kante deserves to win. So it depends because France winning, I have to ask, okay, how well does Kante play? Now, if Kante doesn't play that well here, he gets injured or so forth, or he's not really that crucial, then yeah, Benzema deserves to win because I think Benzema was one of the best players throughout the season. But see, this is where it gets difficult. See, if we want to be fair, deserve, it's difficult. It is. See, this is so difficult because Kante was not amazing throughout the whole season, but he balled in through the most important games. Benzema was superb throughout the entire season, but obviously was they not able to help a team towards a trophy. But then if you now say like Benzema now balls at the Euros, scores the most goals, leads them to everything. But so the key word is deserve. See, if that happens, Benzema is going to win. Deserve not, he's going to win because it's always skewed towards attacking players. But deserve, it's dependent on what Kante does. Because if Kante doesn't ball at the Euros, then Benzema 100% deserves Ballon d'Or. If Kante balls at the Euros, it's a tough one. Because is it fair to rate those 3 UCL games over what Benzema has done the entire season? You see, for me, I'm a big game merchant. Consistency is cool, but I'm a big game merchant. I'm about what do you do in the biggest games? What do you do in the biggest games, man? So it's a tricky one, man. From your boy Real Giannis, man. Thank you for the dub, Real Giannis. Thank you for the dub, the Real Giannis. Copa America is so much more entertaining than the Euros, in my opinion. Also, Bucks versus Nets. God help us. And cash up soon. Sorry, bro. Thank you, bro. It's fine, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. The Nets are beating the Bucks. The Bucks are not reaching the final. The Nets will beat them probably in 6. They'll probably beat them in 6, maybe 7. But I think that team is it's too. If Nets don't win, then I know that Harden is definitely a cause because Kyrie has his ring. Homeboy has a ring. So if they don't win, that donut is definitely a cause. Yes, the best Euro tournament was Euro 2000. So I watched Euro 96, Euro 2000, 04, 08, and everything. Basically, I've watched every Euro since Euro 96. And the best one was Euro 2000. In terms of the best quality was Euro 2000. Pretty much every Copa America has been entertaining. So for me, like Copa, even growing up, Copa America was always much more entertaining. See, back in the 90s, you had like Romario, Ronaldo, Bebeto, Rivaldo. Obviously, at points like I think you had Maradona at the points. You had Caniggia, you had Batistuta, you had Zamorano, Marcelo Salas. You had guys, man. So, and just the football that is played in the Copa America, it's far more vibrant. So it's always been more entertaining. Just that the Euros just has the biggest names. Because it's Europe and the guys that can bring. So it's always the biggest names. But in terms of just quality of football and the quality of matches and the quality of teams and the ability of players, basically, it is rare to have like a bad or a brick Copa America game. There are a few, but it's rare. Let's keep it real. You will get a few brick games in the Euros. Like Euros really only gets kicking off when you get to the quarters. Then you now have the real big dogs. But Copa America, from start to finish, the football is quality, and I like how it's a lot more physical and aggressive. It's faster. It's physical. It's much more aggressive, man. Um, Do, 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 do. Say compare the best players in Copa America to the Euros, but that's not what he said. He said what is most entertaining. You know, like so the Euros may have overall better individuals, but that does not equate into the matches being better. Copa America consistently the matches are just of a higher quality than in the Euros. Like the Euros, obviously you have some good games, you have some pretty boring games as well. Because it's the mentality. Like I think in Europe, across Europe, it's much more about passing. That's the main thing across Europe. Not only, but most in Europe is massive. In South America, it's about dribbling. It's about skills, and in Copa America are much attack minded. It's more physical and it's faster. Europe, it's much slower. It's much more tactical. It's much more about passing. So, of course, you'll get some quality. Like, see, Euro 2000 was amazing because Euro 2000, all the games just happen to be really entertaining. But then you look at Euro 04, Euro 08, and it's like, yeah, there was a few good games. The other games are and so forth. So, look, it's still all good. It's a difference, man. You know, basically, yeah. Gatlock has the money. Knockouts is when the Euros really gets good. That's when the Euros gets good. Group stage, it's a toss up. Knockouts is when the Euros really come to life. That's when they really come to life. But Copa America all the way through is this quality, man. But no, but see, my thing though is that like see, as of now, you see, but see, here's the thing though. The greatest players of all time, most of them have come from South America. So Pele, Maradona, Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Garrincha, Zico, Pablo Aimar, Ariel Ortega. Some of the very best names in football have come from South America, namely either Argentina or Brazil. So it makes sense that for so long, Copa America was always like, nah, man, this is where you'll see the really best players because how they play in South America is different, you know? It's different with a different piece of skill. And I think Europe just have a different psychology, which is why I love the World Cup because the World Cup, you now see people's cultural interpretation of football, which is why Dunga was a freaking moron because Dunga was trying to make Brazil into a European team, which is stupid. You don't try and make a European team into a South American team, and you don't try and make a South American team into a European team. You have to stick to the cultural identity of what your team is about, man. So, um, who won the previous 2 Euros before Brazil? Chile. You know, Chile obviously it's been fully dominated by Argentina and Brazil, but that Chile golden generation of Vidal, Sanchez, Valdivia, and so forth, Bosajo was a very, very good team. A really good team who were unlucky at the World Cup. You know, they could have really done something on that World Cup. That's Chile golden generation when Sanchez was actually Ches, not Alexis, were really damn good, man. So again, from Real Giannis, thank you for the dub. Real Giannis, thank you for the dub. I was talking to a friend recently, and to be honest, the system implemented from a young age has ruined the individual flair quality of the players. Oh no. See, this is a great conversation because it almost goes to something that Aguero's dad said. So did you see that interview when when Pep was basically crying by saying that Aguero, he's such a great person and so forth, and Aguero's father was like, mate, I don't believe Pep's tears. Why the hell are you crying when you were the freaking dude that said that this guy should pretty much jump off? So why the heck are you crying now about this freaking dude? So yeah, But then what was said in that statement was that, Aguero's father said Pep always wants to be the main star. And he wants to be the main honcho and the big cheese, and he wants to be the star of the team rather than the players. And when you look at football teams right now, the star is the manager. It was Tuchel against Pep. It's Mourinho against Klopp. It's Ancelotti against Kante. Way back in the day, the manager was just the manager. It was really the superstar against superstar, or these superstars against superstars. And what you now see now are, and Rodgers was actually saying this in a podcast, players right now buy into and play into a system, and they are slaves to the system that the manager gives them. Whereas back in the day, it was a blueprint, a general blueprint, but it's like, bro, Del Piero, do that. Aymar, go do that. Zamorano, Ronaldo, Rivaldo, you go and do that. You have a general blueprint, but go out and interpret yourself. So you saw more individual quality. That's what before. I could name you 10 amazing individuals from different teams, just 10 amazing individuals. Like you had Ravanelli and Juninho in Middlesbrough. You had freaking Crespo and Chiesa at Parma. You had freaking Totti at Roma. You know, you had all these quality guys all spread around in all different teams. These guys are amazing individuals. I'll struggle to name you 5 top quality individuals who can be amazing outside of the system, because now, and now, if you're a young player right now, rather now being encouraged to really express yourself, you're like, bro, you need to learn how to press. You need to know your positioning. You need to know what runs to make. You need to know when to pass the ball. And there's so much micromanagement now in players. So you see less dribbling. You see less skills. You see less individual expression in that. So, I never said it. I never said Neymar's the greatest of all time. Never, bro. I never ever said that. Okay. I know I said that though, man. So guys, look, man. This has been swell. This has been quality, man. And we are just, I think we're like less than 7 days away from the opening of the Euros, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the Euros. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited to see what's going to go down. And I cannot wait to see what's happening. So guys, remember, guys, like the vid, share the vid, subscribe if you're new. And we'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll see you guys on Saturday at 10 p.m. for this quality, bro. So I'll see you guys Saturday for the Euro preview hangouts. See you Saturday for the Euro preview hangouts. We're going to have a nice preview thing. Talk about different things. Talk about football stories. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a nice festival party. 10 p.m. here. We're going to rock. We're going to roll. So guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay sexy. Boys out. Peace, 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 peace.